Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thank you all for your service. Let's continue on this conversation about maps for just a moment. Getting updated maps would take how long?
Senator, as part of the digital opportunity data collection, which we adopted last August, we've been updating the framework to get more granular information with respect to the maps. In addition, we've been updating our overall framework for thinking about 5G, as we mentioned.
So getting new maps would take how long?
Well, that's one of the things we're working with the staff. I can't give you a specific time.
6 months? Is it 2 years? Is it 5 years? The Mobility Fund was a start, research it, prepare it, fail, cancel it, start all over again, be able to go from there. How long would it take to get maps?
I think it's more an issue of months than of years.
Okay. You agree?
Absolutely. We need to make it a priority. We need to understand.
I get it. I'm just trying to find the time. How long do you think it would take?
I think between 3 and 6 months, we could radically improve the state of our maps.
And the maps
right
would be
now.
done in 3 to 6 months nationwide?
I think that they'll be done, but they're a continually evolving product.
Right, I understand, but some of the conversation right now is about do we start before we have everything in place? If your statement is we've got to have everything in place before we start, will we be completely done in 3 to 6 months?
I believe we can be completely done within 3 to 6 months, and that would be an incredible improvement over the maps we have today, and we distribute the dollars smarter if we did that.
So the challenge is for rural areas in my state and in everybody else's state is trying to be able to get to the point that we have action here because we waited on the Mobility Fund and waited and waited and waited. Part of my challenge is companies that clearly put in false information, clearly said they have more coverage. I don't know that any of them have been fined at this point for giving blatantly false information to you. And I think there should be some accountability in that process. If they gave blatant false information to you, that there should be some accountability to those providers that gave false maps. But then to also say, for the areas that we know we don't have service, which we can all drive through our states and know it, I don't see a reason why we wouldn't want to start engaging and try to actually get to finalize maps in the days ahead. Let me back up to the song that I've sung to every one of you at some point, and that's about contraband cell phones. Whether we've met in the office to be able to talk about it, or I think I randomly caught you one day on the train to be able to talk about it. This issue of contraband cell phones is a nationwide issue. 2013, there was a notice of proposed rulemaking. 2017, there was an order. There's yet to been a single proposal out there that the CTIA has ever not opposed. So whatever discussion is out there on any kind of contraband cell phone, CTIA is all in to say no, block it. We don't want any. We want contraband cell phones to be out there. As far as I can tell, they've never supported any proposal to stop contraband cell phones. We have riots happening in prisons, coordinated riots that happen in my state with multiple prisons simultaneously having a riot because of contraband cell phones in multiple prisons and the gangs there actually taking it out. Literally, people are dying because we've got CTIA and other organizations blocking the work every time we actually take on the work on this issue. We have individuals in a prison that are in a prison stalking individuals that they're in prison for stalking, still stalking them from a contraband cell phone. I can't begin to explain how important this is to be able to take this on. And now we're approaching a decade of talking about it. I'm trying to figure out how we actually get to resolution. So in a couple things, Chairman Pai, I invited you, you came by my office this week, thank you for doing that. I invited you to come to Oklahoma. You've been to Oklahoma multiple times before to be able to come into a prison. I would welcome any of you and to be able to come and to be able to actually see what's happening on the ground in this. But we've got to figure out how to be able to move. Now there's a lot of things that the previous orders that y'all have put out have recommended or have tried to get comments on. Things like beaconing, trying to have quiet zones, trying to find areas of geolocation exclusion. All of those things have been put out for comment, but I don't know when we actually take action, what part is ours, what part is yours, and how we actually solve this. Chairman Pai, you want to jump in on that?
Sure, Senator. I share your frustration as we discussed. I've been to multiple correctional facilities around this country, including Just Done Correctional Center in Taft, Oklahoma. I've met with correctional officers who've been shot, who've been stabbed, who worry when they turn on their car in their driveway in the morning because they know that the most important piece of contraband for an inmate is a cell phone, more than drugs, more than money. And that's part of the reason why I flagged this issue as a commissioner and why I've been happy to work with you and others on this as the chairman. What we've done is to push CTIA to enter into agreements with managed access service related operators. And my understanding is that the staff is preparing a report which we'd be happy to share with you. But I share your frustration. This is a public safety issue. Most people, when they learn about it, would be horrified to to learn that this is what's going on in prisons. But there's a massive spillover effect to witnesses, to judges, to prosecutors, to average citizens that needs to be addressed, and it needs to be addressed now.
Well, my fear is that the cell phone companies are playing good cop, bad cop with me. That when I talk to leadership in the cell phone companies, they're all like, yes, we want to address this. And then within 2 weeks, CTIA comes out and says, no, this is all a terrible idea. And so we've got to figure out how to be able to solve this. There are solutions that are out there. So thanks for your engagement. I'd continue to be able to encourage all of us. This is not a partisan issue. We got to figure out how to be able to solve this and actually how to be able to move on it. Mr. Chairman, thank you.
Does the FCC, notwithstanding what our friends in the cell phone industry say, do you have the authority just to fix this yourselves?
Senator, with
The problem that Senator Lankford's talking about?
Mr. Chairman, part of the issue is that current law severely restricts our ability to authorize certain types of applications and services that would address the issue that Senator
So
Lankford.
you need a law passed?
Pardon me?
You need a bill passed?
Legislation would have to be passed in order to have a full range of options.
You
on
agree
the
with that,
table.
Senator Lankford?
Mr. Chairman, there are options that are out there cell phone companies could take right now, geolocation banning, all kinds of different options that are out there that cell phone companies could do currently to be able to work with state prisons. For a full fix, as you mentioned before, to be able to do jamming devices, micro jamming, all of those things, that would have to have a legislative fix. Every time we talk about a legislative fix, CTIA comes to this Hill, bombards Commerce Committee, explains to them what a terrible idea this is, and everyone backs off in the confusion.
Is there anything, Senator, that the FCC,
Federal prison's not treated.
is there anything in your judgment that the FCC can do right now without passing a bill to help with this?
Getting actually the study completed that everyone's on board on, and to be able to get the details of it, to be able to say, here's a set of solutions that cell phone companies can do right now, because federal prisons, as Senator Bozeman was saying, federal prisons are allowed to do jamming. Just state prisons are not. Most federal prisons are also not doing jamming, though there's some testing happening in federal prisons. So to go from federal prisons actually doing it, getting the devices, putting them in place, being the precursor to state prisons being able to do it would be exceptionally helpful. But getting all those parameters out and getting them on board to do a federal prison and to say this is approved in the urban, this is approved in a
Yes.
rural, then the states can actually
They
do it
need to
would be
finish
helpful.
the study, is that?
Need to finish the study, have everybody on board
Okay.
on it, and then.
When-
And that's the report that I was referring to.
Yeah, when can you finish the report?
The staff told me they're working on it. We should be able to get it done in short order. I don't have a specific.
When can we finish, when can you finish the report?
I can check with them and give you that specific time frame. I know it's in the final stages.
By June 1?
Again, Senator, I don't want to.
Is there someone in the audience working on the report?
Our career staff is back at the office, I suspect.
Okay. Would you ask them to get it
I
done by
will.
June 1?
I will see if that's doable. I would anticipate it would be, but I'll check with them.
Okay. Or May 1 even.
Accelerated relocation payments would be helpful in that regard.
Senator Lankford's right. We got to do something about this. And when we do our budget, we need to put something in to try to address it.